What's up everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. So today we are going to be drawing Asta and Yami, Captain Yami team up from Black Clover. This is a request from just a person on Patreon. So pretty complicated drawing now because we're close to full body on Asta. And then Yami's kind of real small over here, so I'll probably have to zoom in on some certain sections. So, landscape orientation paper, use a pencil and an eraser. Hit pause if I go too fast. We're going to start with Asta. His body here, sword comes out here, and Yami's sort of in here and behind. Let's go. Right, so his nose, well, I'm going to start with his nose. I think it's the easiest place to start. So we'll do center point, my page about here, up over to the left. And we're just going to do his head up here, so I'll probably zoom up. Zoom. Right, so his nose. Curve out a spike. And back in, right? Back that way. Maybe come down a little bit. So you've got this sort of L shape, or like a little triangle sticking out, or like an upside down 7 sticking out that way, right? And then we'll give him a nostril, you know, because he needs to breathe and all that. And then we go up, right? So he's frowning quite heavily, right? So we've got like some frown lines just coming across here, going up there. And then once we know where his brow is, we know where his eyebrow is, so his eyebrow just kind of sticks off this way. Right? So this is like a bit of the eye that we can just see up here, okay? So this goes up this way. And then we can see a little bit of his, like his eyelid, just in there, right? So like his eyelid line and maybe some of his eye. Just in there, okay? Not much. Okay. So then, his other eyebrow, right? So, kind of starts, let's say here. And then it spikes straight vertical up that way. And then it comes back down. About there, and then his eye in underneath, right? So we go up again, like so, and then we bring it down this way, and back around underneath, up to here. Quite big eyes in Black Clover, okay? And then you sort of thicken up the top eyelid line. Like so, and then we'll add a sort of eyelid skin line just there. So his iris curves around here, kind of oval sort of shape because his head is turned away from us, like so, and pupil just there. We've got like a couple of stress lines around his eye. So hit your pause button now if I move too fast, because I'll have to, there's like a lot to draw on this. So we'll move at a steady enough pace, okay? Eye there, and then his mouth. So he's got like kind of confident sort of smile, because he's teaming up with Yami. Like that, okay? Curves around and up. So in the line for the side of his face, curves down here, out for his chin. His chin then comes around here, down to there. And then we just bring it down for his neck, like so. So his jaw, we can see, comes out from underneath here. Around this way. And then we bring it up underneath his ear, right? So you can leave a little bit of a gap, but it just goes up underneath his ear there. You could do it one line if you wanted, but it's kind of optional. And then we have a neckline just here. with some hatching underneath his chin, right? So you just do these sort of straight lines. Like so. So hairline and fringe, right? So we've got sort of lots of hair spikes and stuff sticking out from underneath his headband, right? So we're starting to say here, we'll do one that sort of sticks out this way. And his headband curves around his head, going like this way. We'll do that as well. Right? Curves here, and then like a hair spike sticks up right there. And then this will go further. I think we have a bigger hair spike here. Going there, and then this goes down to about here, and then comes back up. This devil horn sort of sticks out of this, so I'll just leave that there for the minute because we'll do the rest of his hair, his fringe and stuff. So coming down across his nose, hair spike, comes back up to about here, and then we have another one there, and this goes right in to his headband up here. And you can add texture lines and things to this hair. So then hair comes down this way, spikes out a couple of times, and then points down towards his jaw, and then goes, this is like his sideburn, so he goes up, maybe another hair spike, and then up there. And this kind of has some texture lines on it. Like so. And then we have his ear just underneath the headband. Just goes down towards his jaw there. Like so. And then this comes up around down, kind of like a letter J, you know, the bones and ligaments inside the ear. And you can add more then if you like adding more to ears. Something like that. Back of his neck comes out from his ear there and comes down towards his shoulder. Okay, so more hair spikes and his headband, right? So, and that horn. Let's do the horn. What way does that go? Right, so it says his headband will go towards this hair spike here, and then the horn goes back around there, and then we bring it back underneath like so, and the bottom of it kind of goes back in to here. And this can have texture lines and stuff coming around it, so like this kind of thing. Like so. Right, and then the rest of his headband coming out from there, comes out the top, and then we've like some hair spikes sticking down across it, and then it just comes down the front. So it's like, and we're looking at Asta like it's an upshot, so like we're down low, that's why we can see the bottom of his chin, right? So we can see it's like we're looking up at him. And like he's got like sweat all on his face and scratch marks and things. So kind of like details like that will help. And then the red line on his headband. So this kind of marking. Kind of like that. And then more hair spikes. We'll start back here, right? So we'll go back this way. This one goes up underneath. Next one here. Goes up. Here. Texture lines. Spike like that, kind of a small one here, and then they kind of flop forward then from here. They kind of go out, down. Another one there. Some more smaller ones sticking out here. Like so. Alright, so shoulder, right? So big round shoulder. He's real muscly in this. So big round line there for his shoulder. And then his bicep comes out there, right? Like so. And then we have a neck muscle line here, here. Like that. Can we see? So it's tricep and shoulder line. So that so that's his back. It's a bit complicated now. So this comes back here. And then we have his actual back. Say comes around this way. Right? And then shoulder muscle lines, so like in underneath, right? So it goes anatomy now, so we're going that way, and then another one here. So you're kind of adding the deltoid muscles. So we can see there's three, like the front. There's one on the inside here close to his neck that we can't see, but there's two that we can, right? That's the big one, little one, and there's a little one on the other side. You can feel them on your own shoulder, you know, if you touch your shoulder. And then, so his trapezius bicep there, just trying to figure it out now. So this is forearm. Let's just go for it. Let's just go forearm. There. And then this comes down really far towards his wrist. Right, that way. So that's the top of his forearm. So the bottom down here. Tricep. I'm going to go here for tricep. That looks about right. And it goes down. Into here, right? So then, forearm on the other side, kind of here. It's down and gets narrower, down to his hand there. And then we got muscle lines inside here. So, like the line that separates bicep and tricep kind of here. Maybe like another line at the top of his bicep there. And then like his tricep should come in down that way. And then forearm. Muscle line that way. Muscle line there. Roughly, and then he has a sleeve that kind of bumps over these muscles like so, right? And this comes down towards his wrist. Right, like that. And we can see his shoulder on the other side popping out sort of here. Okay, so quite the muscly arm there. Okay, so we'll finish this arm, right? And maybe some of his sword. So this comes down. There, and then like where's his finger? So his finger should be here. And this comes back for his knuckle. So we should see his thumb and say his sword. So say his sword comes out here. Right, and the bottom of it comes out here. Right, it's just like the handle. So then his thumb will go in behind there. And then the other side of his hand comes out there. So kind of real square kind of. And then like some skin lines for his wrist. Okay. So we need knuckles. So one finger, two, three, and the final one comes out and around to there. So hands are quite tricky now, so pause that there, give it a go. We got a knuckle line here, knuckle line, this kind of stuff. Knuckle line there. Okay, so then we can see his abs coming out here, bumping down like so. And this goes into like a belt, right? So top of his belt here, it's like a big buckle. Comes down like so. And then the top of this belt will curve back here. Bump down behind. And then he's got like some fabric of his trousers here. And then another little bit that sticks out the other side there. Then we got like anatomy and detail in here. So first of all, we have his cape, I think. Flies out this way and then goes up, and it has some like triangles, tears taken out of it. goes up that way. And then this will go back in towards his shoulder. Like that. And then we can see some on the other side. Is it on his back or behind it? That goes over his back. No, that's his spandex, so that goes in behind. There. So then just another line, just carving that way. And then he has a demon wing. Go real pointy that way. And then this comes back down. So lots of different ways of doing this now. So you just sort of add some zigzag jaggedy lines just coming down like so. Right. Keep going, don't stop. So his grimoire is kind of floating here, so I guess we'll draw that in. So it's kind of glowing in the anime, but you can see it in the manga version. So I'll draw it kind of like the manga version. So we have the spine of it, that'll go here, right? It's always when you're drawing a book, it's good to do the spine first. Right? And then we have the edges of it that go out, so we'll go diagonal that way. And then we'll bring it down. And then up that side, and then this side will go off this way. Right, and it's kind of, his grimoire is kind of like beat up and has all hatching and things on it. We do have that Clover shape here. Roughly just do it in just that general Cloverish shape, and then you could do more hatching and things all over it. And the pages on the inside. So we got like the inside lines and then some like crinkly pages. You can beat that up as much as you want now. It's real dirty in the manga, so it's like it's nearly completely black. So, and then we just add some more page lines just coming down here. Right, like so. Right, so then abs. We'll give him some abs, will we? Ab line here, coming down like so, coming down the back. There. Like so, and then some oblique muscles here, his back. There. Obliques coming down. His hip. Some more going this way. Scratches and stuff. Like so. And then this belt. This belt buckle here. Comes down. Buckle. Comes down. Buckles across. Down. Comes across here. So then his thigh, roughly, come out across this belt this way, down towards his knee here. And then that belt has some more lines and things on it here, like straps and things, and circles that are keeping it together. So 2 more here, and say some more sort of details just on the belt here, like that. Right, so at his leg, right, we've got he's got these boots on, right? So they've got a line that comes up close to his finger, comes across here, out and down, and then we've got this shape on it there like that, and then the boot comes down towards his calf, and then kind of wraps around the calf like this and down. Okay. And then the front of his shin, so we go down this way. So he's kind of stepping forward, you know, that way. And then, so the bottom of his thigh comes in, bottom of his, so that's like his hamstring, you know. It goes like in there. And then his other leg, down here. Back of his leg down that way, and then into there. You might have like a fold line or something. I'll just beat up this grimoire a bit more. Right, so his other hand, right, comes out from underneath this hand. So we will go down here, holding his, so the handle of his sword comes out from the back of his hand here and goes into his other hand. So both hands are holding it, comes down, thumb comes in, around, back into there, up, and then fingers. 1, 2, and then his little finger here comes down like so. Each of these comes down to a knuckle. This little one there, and then like the palm of his hand underneath comes out the other side there, and then these will have fingernails. Roughly. This thumb line should be a bit thicker. Kind of like that. And then the other side of his hand, right? So we got like his arm. So the sword, the handle of the sword, say top of it here. Do it that way. And the bottom of it will come out at this finger here. Alright, so then the other side of his hand is up here somewhere. So let's say here. His wrist goes back this way. Around here, underneath his body, and then his sleeve. To there, roughly. The bottom of his hand sort of comes down to there. There. Just some lines going around. His hand should be sort of a bit wider on top here. And then like wrist bones go this way. There, scratch marks, sweat. Like that, right. So, you can add some scratch marks on him here as well. Okay, so the rest of his sword. So we'll go down, we'll add a diamond down here. This goes up, and then the sword comes out this way. Right, so this is like a cross or something. It's got like a diamond in the middle. And then we go up. And then a bit of a diamond on top. Like so, and then lines coming down the center. Like so. Different in the anime than the manga, for sure. We'll go with it. That way, that way. Right, so this line keeps going onto the hilt of the sword, so I might use a ruler for this. So it goes like to there. So it's like this triangle sort of point on it. Right, kind of like that, and then the line up the middle. Like so, right? So tiny sword. Now we'll make it look like the big sword. So line up here. Line kind of wings out, so down here. And then we go off the page this way. And then off the page this way. And we get narrower, so the sword gets pointier. Couldn't fit the whole sword in, but a few more room, of course. Feel free to keep that going. And again, if you're doing manga style or anime style, you know, you could mess up that whole thing. You could put loads of scratches and stuff if you want to do it manga. If you're doing an anime, you just kind of color it in all rough. It's kind of up to you. And then there's like a line that goes up the middle this way. Okay, so I'll leave it there. Let's try and do Captain Yami. Right, so okay, so Yami right up here, so I'll probably have to zoom up here as well. So we start with his nose and we go L. Bring it out this way, back in, right? We give him a nostril, just there. And then same as Asta, right? So we go like frown, eyebrow, going this way. You can just do his eyebrow dark, and then his eyelid comes down here, and his eye on the other side. Eyebrow over here, so we got like some frown lines, and then another eyebrow sort of sticking up this way, long like so, and then it just comes down into there. And then his eyelid, so he's real sort of flat kind of eyes, right? So this comes out there. You can like thicken it up like so, and then the bottom eyelid will come down underneath there, and then his iris, half circle there, and he's kind of looking that way. And then we got like eyelid line on top, another one going that way. Like so, right? And some more sort of frown lines and things. Like so, and maybe some stress lines around his eye. Like that. Then he's smiling, open mouth smile, right? So just underneath here, so we do sort of similar line to Asta's at first, right? Like that, but then we sort of open it up, right? So we do bring it down underneath, and across to there, and then some teeth just inside. And there isn't normally some teeth lines, but I like to add teeth lines, like so. And then his bottom lip, just around there. Like so. So then the side of his face, right? We got his mouth there, and then the side of his face. Let's see, so maybe I'll bring this just a little bit further. And then the side of his face comes down like so. And around his chin. And then we go up for his jaw. Back this way. And then around towards his ear. Like so. And Yami has like facial hair. So just some like speckles of a beard sort of coming down like stubble all in his jaw. Like so. And maybe some on his lip as well, just up here. And then his forehead up here will go back like so. And there's like some frown lines and stuff, sweat and blood and scratches. So you could do as much of that now as you want. Okay, so then his hairline. So we have like some spiking sort of parts back here, and then we kind of have hair spikes flying down this way, right? So one there, another one kind of here, goes back up, and then like ones come out back this way. So, and then his ear comes out from here down into there. And then we've bones and ligaments and things, and sideburn on the side of his head, right? So say his sideburns are like a zigzag sort of thing, going this way, like so. And then his ear, he's got this letter sort of J thing on the side, inside for bones and ligaments, and then this comes around, like so. Okay, and then his hair spikes on the other side. Spiking up this way. And then eventually we will go back around the back of his head. Like so. You can add some texture here if you want. And then these spike up around the back of his head. And then his neck comes down here, like so. Right, so front of his neck then, so we can see sort of Adam's apple, and then we go down like so. And then trapezius on this side comes out here, and then his shoulder comes out around this way into his chest, which comes down here and into there. And then this white part comes around here. Sorry now if I'm moving real fast, but trying to just get this done in a reasonable time. Right, so then his shoulder cape thing comes down here, and then it's strapped I think it's strapped across his chest, so it goes to there, and then it'll come up the other side that way, and then maybe like the center line for his chest here, and then his collarbones roughly come out, down, back up, across to there. Neck muscle stuff here. Shadow under his chin, kind of like Asta. So that in there. And trapezius there. Collarbone like so. So then the rest of this cape will just come down his back. So it'll go down this way, and it kind of floats off down this way. Comes around. It's kind of torn, ripped and torn along the bottom. It comes back in underneath, just here. Kind of comes back around. Up into there, right? Some fold lines and stuff on it like so. And then we have the black bull's symbol drawn onto it here. Like that. And then like a dark part inside. You just go around sort of again. This sort of thing inside again, like a star or something inside here. You don't have to be too careful with this. It's all dark inside. You just get the general shape and you'll be good to go. So then we have his bicep. He's holding his sword as well. Comes down there. And then tricep down the back, like so. And then we have like a bicep line. And then a big tricep line here. And this comes down that way. And then we can see his back just there. Like so. Scratches and stuff all over him. Right, and then what we can see of his grimoire and his knee and his legs and things, where can't see. I'll move my image now. Right, so I think his knee comes out like about here, and then comes down and around like so. And then the back of his knee, say, should be underneath here somewhere. So it'll go, yeah, down this way. Right, so that's one leg, that's the other. So then this leg, say, like here. So that's like that leg. Got like a fold line there. And like another fold line here. And then this should go towards the back here. Maybe a line there like that. Then we can see the scabbard, you know, of his sort of samurai sword. Just sticking down here. At least I think that's what it's called. A scabbard. Like there. Can we see some of his grimoire? Maybe. Some like pages on it. Some writing. Okay, but finally, I think that's everything. Hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching. Well, if you have a Patreon request that you really need me to do, head on over to Patreon and I'll get to it as quickly as I can. Even complicated ones like this. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.